Today now we are going to study PERT method, that is project evaluation technique. As in the last video we have studied CPM, that is critical path method. The second part of your unit 4 of operation research is PERT, that is project evaluation technique. So this is the question of project evaluation technique. In this question we have the activities, predecessors. As you have seen in the CPM method also, you have the activities and predecessors, but in that CPM method you have the duration, but in project evaluation technique method you have optimistic time, most likely time and pessimistic time. So first of all we will make the, here also we will make the project network. It is made similar way, that is the critical network. In that in CPM method, the network which we made is critical network, as it is called critical path method. But in this method PERT, the network is known as project network, as this is the project evaluation technique method. So let's start. It is made as a similar way which is made in the critical path method. So with the activities and predecessors we will make project network. As here also you can see ABC is not having any predecessors, so it is a free activity. Starting with the 1, we will make A, B and C. Okay, the node of A is 2, B is 3 and C is 4. Then we will come to the D. Here also the activities which are combined, I have make a box of that to make me remind that these activities are combined. Here D is starting with the A and D is not combined anywhere, so it is a free activity. D is starting with the A, so we will start D with the A and give its node 5. Then E is starting with the B, and it is combined with F, but F comes later on, so E is a free activity. So we will start E with the B node, that is 3, and E it is, and we will give it node 6. Then F is starting with the C, but it is combined with the E. So we will start F with the C and combine it with the node of E. Starting with the node of C combined with the node of E, that is F. Then you can see G starting with the C and nothing is combined earlier with the G. So we will start G with the C and give it node 7. Then H is starting with the combined node of F and G, so we will start the combined H with the combined node of E and F, but here H have to combine with the C so that we can start the activity G. So starting with the combined node of F and G, we will make the H and combine it with the node of G, that is here it is combined, so it is H. Here it was G not C, so I made it correct. So now you can see that H is started with the combined node of E and F. We have started the H of the combined node of E and F, that is 6, and then H's have to be combined with the G, so we have combined the H to the node of the G, that is 7. Okay, then two activities are remained, that is I and J, so both activities have to be combined. I starting with the D, so we will start the D, on the node of the D is 5, we will start it I here and give it a node 8, and J is starting with the combined node of H and G, so and combine, now it has to be combined with the last node, that is 8, so it is J. In as you can see that the way to make the network is similar, exactly similar as you made the network in the critical path method. So I hope if you have understand the critical net, to make the critical network, you are able to make the project network also. And if you have not understand there, now you can understand in the project network, so that you can make the critical network. Okay, So your first part has been done, that is to make the project network. We have made the project network. Now you are might be thinking that in that critical method we have write the duration, but here we are not having any kind of duration. We are having optimistic, most likely, and pessimistic time. So to find the duration in project network, we have to find mean duration. Basically this is the duration only, but in PERT method duration is called the mean duration. There is a formula to calculate the mean duration. The formula is optimistic time plus 4 multiplied by most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. So this is the formula to calculate the mean duration. Optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. So for every activity we have to find the mean duration. So for A, what we have to calculate the mean duration, how we will calculate optimistic time of A, as you can see in the question, is 5. I will take the another page so that it is easy for you to understand. For A, to calculate the mean duration, the formula is optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. I have mentioned the formula here. So the for A, optimistic time is 5 plus 4 into most likely time is 6 plus pessimistic time is 7 divided by 6. By solving this, you will get the mean duration as 6. Similarly for B, you will do that. B, optimistic time is 1, 4 into most likely time is 3 plus pessimistic time 5 divided by 6. You will get the mean duration as 3. For C, optimistic time is 1 plus 4 into most likely time is 4 plus pessimistic time is 7 divided by 6. We will get the duration time as 4. We will do same, we will apply same formula for every activity, and then we will find the mean duration. I am writing it down directly, as I have already found calculate the mean duration. You will do it by applying the formula. By applying for this formula in every activity, and how you have to apply, I have explained here. You will find the mean duration. So I am writing the mean duration directly, that is 6, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3. How I find out the mean duration, I have already explained you. So now let's see how we will use this duration. We will use this duration in the same way as we have used the duration in the critical method. Now you have write the duration in front of every activity, which duration they are having. That is in 6A, we have 6, then 3, then 4, then 2, then 3, then 5, then 3, then 5, then 5, and then 3. Now you have got from where we have got this duration. It is the same thing which we have done in the critical method. But there the duration is given directly, but in PERT evaluation method, project evaluation method, we have to find out the durations, and how we can find out the duration I have explained you. So now this is your you have find out the duration. Again you have to do the same thing, that is finding the project critical path. Here the path is also called as, here the path is called critical path only, there as it is said in the project critical method. The same is here. To finding out the critical path, the method is same as we have applied in the CPM method, that is finding out the earliest time and the project latest completion time. Again we will find out the same thing. Earliest start time, that is ES, and latest completion time, that is LS. Basically, critical part is that part, that is the maximum time you take to complete any project. That is the critical part. While doing any kind of project, the company find out that maximum time they can take to complete the project, so that they can give the assurance to the other party that we will take this time to complete the project. They will before giving any kind of assurance to the other party, they find out their maximum time they can take to complete the project. According to that, they promise to the other party they can complete the project in this kind of duration. So critical part is the maximum time we can take to complete any kind of project. Okay, so again that we have to find ES and LS. Starting ES from the one node, the ES of the 1 is 0. Then again we will go to the 2. There is only one way to go to 2, so the ES of 2 is 6. Then we will go to the 3. There is only one way to go to the 3, that is from 1 to 3, that is so the ES of 3 is 3. Then we come to the 4. There is only one way to come from 1 to 4, that is C. So the ES of 4 is 4. Then we will come to the 5. The way to come to the 5 is only one, that is 2 to 5. So the ES of 5 is 6 plus 2, that is 8. Then we will come to the 6. There is two way to come to the 6, that is from 3 to 6 and 4 to 6. Again we will see that if you are coming from 3 to 6, you will take the time 3 plus 3, that is 6. And if you are coming from 4 to 6, you will take the time 4 plus 5, 9. You will again take the maximum time, that is 9. So the ES of 6 is 9. Then 7, you come to the 7. There is two way to come to the 7, that is from 6 to 7 and 4 to 7. If you are coming from 4 to 7, how much time you will take, that is 4 plus 3, that is your 7. And if you are coming from 6 to 7, how much time will you take, 9 plus 5, that is your 14. So the maximum time is 14. So ES of 7 is 14. Then again you will come from to the then you come to the 8. If you are coming to the 8, there is two way to come to the 8, that is 5 to 8 and 7 to 8. If you are coming from 5 to 8, how much time will you take, that is 8 plus 5, that is 13. And if you are coming from 7 to 8, how much time will you take, 14 plus 3, that is 17. So the maximum is 17. So ES of 8 is 17. Okay, this is the same way which we have done in the critical path method also. This is exactly the same. Now we have to calculate latest completion time, that is LC. So to calculate the LC, again we will start with the end node. In the end node, the LC is same as of earlier start time, that is 17. Then coming backward, we will come to the 7. If you are coming to the 7 from 8 to 7, there is only one way to come to the 7. So the 17 minus 3, LC of 7 is 14. Then if you are coming to the 6, there is only one way to come into the 6, that is from 7 to 6. So the LC of 6 will be 14 minus 5, that is 9. Okay, then you come to the 5. The way to come to the 5 is only, that is 8 to 5. Then 17 minus 5, that is 12. So LC of 5 is 12. Then you come to the 4. There is two way to come to the 4, that is from 6 to 4 or 7 to 4. If you are coming from 7 to 4, you will minus 14 and 3, that is you will get 11. And if you are coming from 6 to 4, you will minus 9 to 5, 9 minus 5, that is 4. So as I have explained you in the critical method also, while coming from the backward, we will take the minimum. So here the minimum is 4. So LC of 4 is 4. Then we will come to the 3. There is one way to coming to the 3, that is 6 to 3. From if you are coming 6 to 3, 9 minus 3, the LC of 6 is 3 is 6. Okay, then come to the 2. There is only one way to coming to the 2, that is 5 to 2. 12 minus 2, that is the LC of 2 is 10. Then we will come to the 1. Here also we need the LC 0. Let's see from where we get the 0 and whether we are getting the 0 or not also. If you are coming from 2 to 1, you will minus 10 minus 6, that is 4. You are not getting 0, so this is not the way. Here you are coming from 3 to 1, you 6 minus 3 3, you are again not getting 0, so this is also not the way to come to the 1. Then if you are coming from 4 to 1, 4 minus 4 0, you are getting 0, that means you have done you have calculated ES and LC correctly, and the way to come to the 1 is 4 to 1, so we got the 0. Okay, so we are sure we are right that we have got ES and LC correct. Now we will see what is our critical path. So where we will see that where we are getting the equal nodes, that is 1 0 0. Then if you come to the 2, LC and ES is not equal, then we will come to the 3. Here also LC and ES is not equal, then we will come to the 4. Here LC and ES is equal, so next node is our 4. Then we will come to the 5. LC and ES is not equal, and again 4 is not combining with the 5, so we can't take 5. Then coming to the 6, LC and ES is equal and 4 is joining 6, so our next node is 6. Then come to the 7, your LC and ES is equal and 6 is joining 7, so our next node is 7. And again then we will go to the 8, LC and ES is equal and 7 is joining 8, so our next node is 8. Then we will take the activities joining these nodes, that is 1 to 4 B, 4 to 6 F, 6 to 7 H, and 7 to 8 J. We will again make the double line to mention the critical path, that is 1 to 4 double line, then 4 to 6 double line, then 6 to 7 double line, and then 7 to 8 double line. Okay, now we will calculate the activities. We will calculate the activities. Here there is a little mistake, that is if we are coming from 1 to 4, the activity is C, not B, so I have just written it wrong, it is C. Okay, so the duration of 1 to 4 of C is 4, plus duration of 4 to F is 5, duration of H is 5, duration of J is 3. As you can see, we are getting 17. The end note of and the end note is 17. We are getting here project completion time 17. So this is the basically of project completion time, third part of the question. Okay, the both question is similar, CPM and project evaluation technique. The difference is only is that the way to make the network is similar, the way to find out the critical path is similar, the way to find out the project completion time is similar. The difference is that in CPM method we get the duration directly, it is given in the question directly, but in project evaluation technique method we have to find out the duration by with the help of optimistic time, most likely time, and pessimistic time. And I have already mentioned you the formula to find the mean duration. Here one thing is also given. Sometimes in PERT evaluation method, examiner asks you to find out the variance. So what is the formula to calculate the variance is pessimistic time minus optimistic time divided by 6 का whole square. So this is the formula to calculate the variance. Now for every activity you can find the variance. Just an example, take A. For the A, pessimistic time is 7, pessimistic time is 5 divided by 6 divided by 6 and the whole square. So for A you will get the variance as 0.11. For B, your pessimistic time is 5, optimistic time is 1 divided by 6 ka whole square, you will get the variance as 0.44. So for every activity in this, with using this formula, you have to find the variance and calculate the variance directly. You can find the variance with the help of the formula as I have explained you of 2 or more activities. So variance of A is 0.11, then 0.44, then 1.11. Okay, I have calculated of the all activities. How we will calculate, I have explained you here by giving the formula, and I have also calculated the variance of some activities. With the help of this, you can find the variance of every activity. So in PERT evaluation method, you get 4 things to calculate. That is the project network. You can make the project network with the help of activity and predecessors. Then you have to find the critical path. To finding the critical path, you need durations. For durations, you will apply the formula of mean duration, that is the optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. With the help of this formula, you can find the mean duration of every activity. Then with the help of duration, you can find your earliest start time and latest completion time. With the help of this, you can find your critical path. With the help of critical path, you can find your project completion time. Your project completion time should be same as you are getting the earliest start time and latest completion time of the end node. Okay, then you have to fourth thing, you have to find the variance. Formula of calculating the variance is pessimistic time minus optimistic time divided by 6 ka whole square. You can find the variance of every activity with the help of this formula. Thank you.